everyone, this is Jeff over at Outer Worlds Comics. Welcome back. It's been a week. I've been slowing down on the videos. Actually, a lot's happened since I made my last video. Number one, I got a shout out from Lunch Money Comics, which was pretty awesome. So thank you a lot for that, Mike. And just was a big fan of his channel. It kind of got me back into comics, got me into going down the path of even doing this. So Mike has been a great kind of leader of the community, so to speak. So, or at least a great influence. So yeah, that was really cool to get that little shout out from him. I did send him a little package. I didn't do it to get a shout out. I just wanted to really just show that I appreciated everything that he's kind of done for me through his influence and just for the community in general. So that was great. And then I was on Mon Comics Big Five Live last night. That was my first foray into live streaming, anything like being on a stream. I was actually a little nervous, but I think I did all right. And I mean, Brandon runs a great show. If you have not, I'm sure anybody that's watching this is probably watching Mon Comics, but if you haven't, go check out Mon Comics. I'll throw a link into the description here for this video. But he's great. He runs a great show. I've watched that now for several months and just really enjoy it. So it was cool to actually show up on it and add my 2 cents. That was really fun. Thanks again, Brandon. And then thirdly, last Monday, I actually was laid off my job. And that was a shocker. Have never had that happen to me in 25 years of my career. I could mention, I've been in the insurance industry, let's just say that, for 25 years. And was at the last place of employment for 4 years. Kind of a dream job, to be honest. I felt I was doing a great job. All the feedback I was getting was fantastic, but unfortunately the organization is going through a restructuring, and my position is very, very unique in what I do. Very specialized, something I built up a talent for over 25 years of being in the industry, and it was just kind of one of those specialized roles that didn't make the cut, and it was very shocking. I did not see it coming. So that happened Monday morning at 7 a.m. So it knocked me on my butt, I'll say that, and it definitely made me think, oh my God, I guess this whole comic thing is kind of done, because I did get a nice severance, so I have some time, being open here. But either way, it does definitely make you kind of start rethinking any extra expenditures. I'm confident I can, quickly find employment, but it definitely kind of just knocks you, into like, oh, well, what am I doing with the comics now? So, but, and I really didn't think about any comics for the whole week. And then I got on Brandon's show, Mon Comics show, Big Five Live, and it really kind of, got me back into feeling it a little bit. So here I am now about to show off a bunch of comics I purchased 2 weekends ago. And it was a combination of 3 things. It was going to the Dream Scenario Basement guy, that if you've watched prior videos, it's this basement that he's selling a collection. It's a huge, it's like 30,000 comics. He lets me go down there and go through long boxes. And then I met up with a friend that I've mentioned here before, maybe Joe. And Joe's kind of one of my first friends out here in Colorado. That's a fellow comic guy. He had me over to his house. That was really cool. And then I went to the first Saturday sale at my LCS, which I just recently showed a video of the last one I did. Well, by the time I put that video out, I was already time to go to another one. So I went to that. So I have a big stack of books here. I'm not going to do a lot of preamble. Let's just get into the books. First off was the Dream Scenario Basement. And I had about a $50 credit, and then I had maybe like $100 that I had from some eBay sales. And you get in that Dream Scenario Basement, and it's all about, gets into that question, is like, what do you like as a collector? And I am drawn to, I am now openly knowing it and admitting it, I'm drawn to 80s independent comics. And I like fantasy horror stuff. I like weird kind of that 80s cyber thing that was kind of happening. That was a thing. And 85, I was 10 years old, so I was like in the thick of the 80s at the perfect time, in my opinion. So anyway, I went through 12, 13 long boxes that I had not gone through before. It was a mix of everything. There wasn't any like huge books in it, so which was fine for me. I wasn't looking for huge books. And I walked away with this huge, well, nice stack here of 80s independent books. And I'm not going to show all these books because I think I'm going to do a separate video where I kind of highlight and talk about what it is that I like about these books, and maybe I'll do some research on my own on what some of these publishers are about, maybe highlight some significant key books out of those from those publishers. So that's something to come in the future as I look for more interesting content instead of just always showing off the money that now I'm probably not going to be spending for a little while. So anyway, that's coming. That was a big stack. What else did I buy from him? Just to show off real quick. This was a lot of stuff out of 50-cent bins or just some stuff that I got for cheaper. You know, like a Spider-Man number 42. I needed that for the run. And then I've got 1, 2, and 3 of Marvel Knights Hulk. I needed that for my Hulk collection. I got this Romantic Story. I got that for somebody else. I don't collect the romance stuff, but I picked that up for a friend. Marvel Saga, 50 cents. You know, I think this is a key where Mary Jane and Peter get married. We have an X-Men parody one-shot. Add that to the X-Men collection. Got a Marvel Age 43. It's got Howard the Duck on it, riding shotgun. I like for any kind of Howard the Duck showing up on a cover. I got this cool Monster Hunters. It's the last issue. It's number 18. I think this is the like second volume where they reprint some of the first volume. Moon Knight variant cover, number 1. Add to my Moon Knight collection. Got a Scary Tales 25. That's pretty cool. And then I got a Grimm's Ghost Stories, which is actually in nice condition. A lot of the times I see these, they're well loved. I've learned to say well loved instead of beat up. Based off of the live chat I was on the other night. Can't remember who mentioned it, but I like that. All right, so then I went on Saturday. I first drove to my friend Joe's house. He said, why don't you come over? I want to show off my collection to you, show my comic room. And he's selling some books as well. So, you know, he said he'd sell some books. But that was cool because that's the first time maybe in my life that I've gone to a friend's house to look at his comic books. And that was pretty awesome. I have not been able to do that. So I've gone to friends' houses to, you know, look at records and hang out and party back when I was younger and doing that kind of stuff. But I have never just gone to go hang out and look at a guy's comics. And it was really cool. He had a lovely home, and his wife was lovely, and his comic book room was all the things. It was super cool and had all of the charm, and his, you know, you could feel, well, you know, he had his love into it, and it was really cool. So that was really fun. So thanks for having me over, Joe. And I did buy some books from him. He had some Immortal Hulks. So as you guys know, I'm working on my Immortal Hulk run, and I will flash up here exactly where I'm at and what I need to complete for my Immortal Hulk run. But I got number 18. Some of these are variant covers. Some of them are the originals. I think this is a cover A. This is a cover A 21. I got this is a variant 25 and 33. Love this cover, 34, big leader. Not like the head in the movie. Number 38, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. And then number 41, I love this cover, Hulk and the Thing hanging out. So yeah, that was cool. So I made a nice dent in my Immortal Hulk, and I'll show what I need there. And I think it's 3 issues that I have left that I need for the run, which is fantastic. And then I've been low-key working on the Department of Truth. So I picked up some Department of Truth issues. I got number 4, number 6, number 7, number 8. Some of these are variants, like some of them are cover A's, and then issue 9. So I have almost caught up on Department of Truth. I need a few issues to get caught up there. So anyway, and I'll show off a couple more books I got from Joe in a second here, but that was really cool. Picked up some cool books, had a good time. Awesome stuff there with Joe. And then next up, from Joe's house, I drove to the LCS for Saturday sale. That is at Hall of Justice Comics in Parker, Colorado. If you're in Colorado, definitely go to that shop. I think it's the best one in Colorado. Really just fantastic shop. And they do 50% off everything. They have like a $3 boxes, a whole bunch of them. They'll do 50% off those. And then anything that's in any long box, anywhere in the store, is 50% off. And then they also have these comic racks that he said some people like to flip through the boxes, some people like to go and look on racks, and that's why they have it that way. So all the racks you see around there filled with comics are just stuff that maybe would be in a long box, but they've decided to put them out on the racks. And so there might be a little bit better books, but you can find just like dollar books in there as well. So I spent a lot of time actually looking in the racks, which I don't normally do, but really I was focused in on the runs that I'm trying to complete. I really want to get them done. So let's start with the Incredible Hulk, and I will show on the screen how close I am to completing my Hulk run. And I'm really trying to be realistic. So I think with the Hulk, I'm like trying to complete like get caught up on like 150 through whatever 464. I think that's my goal. That's volume 1. So anyway, I'll show that on the screen. But I picked up 339 newsstand, 371, 378. That's the Gray Hulk fighting Joe Fixit fighting Santa. That's Skiller. 379. This is a classic cover. I love this. 387. 456. Newsstand. 458. And then I got Incredible Hulk. It's 96. Like, forget how the numbering works, but this is from Planet Hulk. I think this is the only one that I needed to finish out the Planet. I have a Planet Hulk trade, but I needed this to complete the actual run. And then I picked up some Immortal Hulk there, 39. And then the current Hulk run, I needed some back issues to get caught up to where I'm at, and so I did knock some of those out. Got number 10, number 16. I got number 18, which this is a variant. I think I already have 18, but I just wanted that cover. I got this one, Peter David Dale Keown. I don't know. You guys tell me. I got to figure out how to pronounce his last name because they do great work on the Hulk. But this is the End Hulk. I need to read this. But that's pretty cool. And then I just got this reprint of number 1. I don't mind these, especially for Hulk. I'll try to collect all the things I can for Hulk. So yeah, so I got those. And then I moved over to the Silver Surfer long box and was like, I'm gonna knock some of these things out too. So I got Silver Surfer 69 Newsy, Silver Surfer 70 newsstand, and then Silver Surfer number 81, Silver Surfer number 89. This awesome cover, and this is a newsstand. This is number 107 with Doom on the cover. That's awesome. And we got Silver Surfer 114. You get into those higher numbers on this run, it's a little tougher, but I'm knocking them out. 119. And then I needed a couple books to complete this run, which is the Silver Surfer Warlock Resurrection run. It's a great read. That's number 1, and that's number 2. He had some New Mutants. Were these in the $3 box? These were in the $3, so I got these for $1.50 each. But number 46, newsstand, 53, 55, 58, 59, 63, really great cover. I assume that's Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't know if it's, maybe it's not, but that's, I love some of the covers on New Mutants. And then I'll show one Alpha Flight and then really quickly pop up how many books I need left in this run. As you follow my channel, you know I'm working on Alpha Flight, but I got Alpha Flight number 15, newsstand. I have picked up an X-Men number 6 for my X-Men run, number 8. We got Spider-Man number 34 for my Spidey run. And then I got this Nova number 19 for $1.50. I'll take that all day. It's a good deal. So there you go. Yeah, so those are all kind of my, what I would say is like, you know, filling some runs that I'm working on and from various spots, just fun stuff, had a blast, and that was a 2-day thing. I've got another little stack here that I'm going to show off a little bit more closely because I like these books extra specially good. So let's move over there. Okay, so then is what I thought we would do is I'm going to show off some ones that I really liked extra special. And so these are from, again, from the basement, the big giant collection of 30,000 comics. I just thought this was a really cool book here called Micra, Mind-Controlled Remote Automation number 1. It's published by Comics Interview. Don't know anything about this book. I need to spend time researching it, but I just thought the cover was incredible. And the title of the book is super cool. The trade dress is super cool. This is the stuff that I just get really excited about when I see it. It screams 80s to me. So I picked that up. I thought it was awesome. And then I got number 2, which was, again, that one right there. So cover maybe not as cool, but I just picked up number 1 and 2. Why not? It says, well done at the bottom here. Well done. Bravo, Ray Bradbury. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so then he had these, which I just thought was amazing. Again, kid from the 80s, Mr. T was pretty much everything. He was the man. And not only on the A-Team, but when he showed up on WWF, I mean, the guy was just a legend. And then Neil Adams. I'm assuming that's the Neil Adams. So I got to figure out what the deal is with this, Mr. T and the T-Force, and it comes with a trading card. So I thought that was really cool. And there was a Mr. T and the T-Force number 2 with the free trading card included as well. So very cool. Happy to grab those. And then he had these, which was something completely unknown to me. It's by PC Comics, Silver Star issue number 1. And this is a Jack Kirby book. I don't know if he's written the whole book. I got to research it. I mean, I bought all these books, honestly, and then, you know, I haven't sat down and started doing the work to figure out what's going on and read them and stuff. Either way, I didn't know it existed. Jack Kirby. I got to say, that looks a whole lot like Galactus right there as well. So that's pretty interesting. But I picked that up. I'm going to research more about that. And then I got issue number 2. Which, you know, that looks like, oh my God, I'm drawing the blank of the big bad from DC, whose name I'm forgetting, but it looks like he's pitting kind of 2 of the mega bosses from Marvel and DC against each other in his book called Silver Star. So that's really cool. Didn't know those existed. And then I picked up from him as you guys know that I do like Mad. But I just thought this cover was super cool. It's got some love on the spine there. It's not in great shape. I try to keep most of my Mads in pretty nice condition, but the sub 100 ones, I'll go ahead and grab what I can as long as it's not totally, you know, falling apart. But I mean, that cover is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, was happy to add that. And then he had a bunch of these, which I have not read it, and I know it's supposed to be fantastic. So I guess I'm going to start working on this run. I know that number 1 is going to be tough, but we have Saga. This is number 11. Cool thing is that it's signed by Fiona Staples, who's the artist on the book, right down here. So that's pretty neat. So we got chapter 11 is what they call it. We got chapter 12, also signed down there at the bottom. So pretty cool. And we got chapter 16. And then we have 23. And then we have 25. Oh, we got two more. We have 25. And then we have 32. So yeah, I thought that was great. Really excited to, I think I need to get the trade because I have been wanting to read it. I've heard it's great. But was excited to grab those. What else did I grab, guys? All right, so when I went to Joe's house, I did grab a couple of keys that I've been needing to add to my collection. And I just happened to ask him, do you have these? And he did. So I grabbed X-Men number 4, which is the first appearance of that guy, which, oh my God, I can't believe I do this. I know this guy's name. It's like whipping it. You know what? I'm going to edit in an overdub here. Yeah, so I grabbed X-Men number 4, excited to grab that, a nice high grade. And then I needed X Factor number 6 and was really excited to grab this because I needed that guy's first appearance. So very excited to grab both of those from Joe. And this little keys, nothing crazy, but ones that I've just been not picking up. And now I have them and I'm very excited about it. Okay, then we went over to the comic book store at the LCS, and I just wanted to shout out this one right here, Marvel Premiere, number 43, my boy Paladin, who I am a big fan of the Paladin character, and I've just always loved his outfit. There's something very cool about his outfit, and I love that his gun has always reminded me of Han Solo's gun, and so I don't know, I just love the character, so I do kind of collect books with him on the cover. And so I just still need his first appearance, which is in Daredevil 153, I think. Yeah, anyway, was excited to add some Paladin. And then I grabbed this because I do collect Underground Comics. This is Dr. Atomic number 5. Very cool. Maybe not so kid-friendly, but yeah. And then last but not least, we just got this last stack of books here that I'll show. I got Fantastic Four 104. I'll show here on the screen what I need, what I have left to pick up for my Fantastic Four run. I think my target there is like focusing on number 140 up to 300 is what I'd kind of like to knock out. So I'm going to show what I'm missing, how many books I need between those numbers. So, but I did pick up number 104. Great Magneto cover there. And then we got Fantastic Four 105. Very nice condition on both of those. And we got 141. You know, that's Franklin Richards there. Cool. Very good timing for that one. Fantastic Four 150. Ultron, and then we, this new stand I'm using, man, you hit it once, it starts shaking like a leaf. We got Fantastic Four 161. Those are the end of the Fantastic Fours, and then I grabbed some Hulks that I needed for my run. I got Incredible Hulk 116, great cover. This is in pretty nice shape, actually. And then we got Incredible Hulk 184. And then we got, last but not least, Incredible Hulk 195. Nice Abomination cover. So there you have it, guys. That was what I picked up in over the course of a couple of days from 3 different sources. And as you saw in the video, I did knock out a good amount of books and some key runs that I'm focused on right now. And I can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel until I hit the real big keys on some of those runs, at least for Hulk and Fantastic Four. And maybe I can knock out at least one of those at HeroesCon this year. But yeah, appreciate everybody watching. I forgot to mention hit like and subscribe. When I started the video, I got to remember to do that. So if you could please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already following. I appreciate everybody doing that and appreciate people watching. And yeah, you all have a great night, and we'll talk to you on the flip side.